Meadows from Black Nerd Comedy. Please appreciate you guys being here today. And I'm super excited right now. I'm kind of fanboying out on myself a little bit. Trying to be all professional, but I'm excited. Who guys remember a cartoon called Animaniacs? I figured. They had some great segments. They had the Warner Brothers and the Warner Sister Dots. They had the Hip Hippos. They had Chicken Boo. All those remember? But there was this one segment that was just so entertaining, so much fun, that not only was it fun on that show, but it even got its own show. I think you know what I'm talking about. Who remembers Pinky and the Brain? I love Pinky and the Brain, and I am so excited that we have Pinky and the Brain themselves right here coming to stage. Give a big LA Comic-Con welcome to Rob Paulson and Maurice LaMarche, Pinky and the Brain!
Yes!
Hey, Dad, look at all the people!
Yes. And soon, Pinky, they will be under our control. They will do whatever we say.
Whatever we say?
Whatever we say.
Will they bring me Purell?
Yes!
That would be lovely. Hello?
They will use breath mints.
Yes.
Yes!
Especially
And
for
so
my
will,
friend.
and so will we.
Yeah.
We promise.
Thank you. Thanks, Andre.
Thank you guys.
Well, that's Rob Paulson.
Hello?
And that's Maurice LaMarche. And together we're cops. Thank you so much, and thank you, Stan, for having us.
Yes,
This is
Stan. Thank you so very much, wherever you are.
A real thrill for us. And I have to tell you, when we were backstage, and I'm going to sit down because I'm old. When you were introducing us, it is such a joy to hear that, not only see all your smiling faces, but to know that 20 years later, I mean, before you were born, most of you were born, people still love Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. I think that is a huge testament not only to the people who created the show, but to us.
To us as voice actors.
Honest to God, it means a lot. And we knew when we were working on it that it was pretty special, but to see it a generation later and to know that it still appeals to folks 25 years later, or whatever, it's huge. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Great.
Thank you. Thanks for standing.
Yeah.
This is like a geek mosh pit. This is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
I would throw myself on you, but I like you.
Go ahead, Brain, jump
So,
on that girl, right?
so I won't.
This is going to leave a mark. Bye.
Narv. Let me see you say Narv. Good. That's great.
Love it.
Yeah.
Everyone's involved. But yeah, that's what I think is so fascinating about this show. I mean, like, you've got, obviously you watched it in the first run, and then you've got the DVDs, you got it on Netflix now. But what is it about Animaniacs, and specifically about the duo Pinky and the Brain, that you feel has caused people to resonate with this so much?
I think it's because believe it or not, I believe it adheres to what I've come to call the Phil Rosenthal rule. Actually, Phil Rosenthal has come to call it the Phil Rosenthal rule. Phil Rosenthal is the guy who created Everybody Loves Raymond. He's a friend of mine. And he has always said that if you're going to have a successful show, the show has to be about love. And the show really isn't about taking over the world. It's about two characters who love each other.
I love you, Brian.
I can almost say it, Pinky. I tolerate you. I know that. But that's really it. You know, Brain does love Pinky, but he can't ever tell him. And that's sort of the struggle. And Pinky loves Brain way too friggin' much. And so he tries to help. And therein lies the comedy. But at the heart of it, I think it's about these two guys that just, they love each other and they support each other in this bizarre quest for world domination, which, they're two lab mice. How's that ever going to work? And yet, it's also about perseverance. And the end of every episode, I knew as soon as we ended that episode with those words, "Come, Pinky, back to the lab to plan for tomorrow night."
Why, Brain? What are we going to do tomorrow night?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. And that there, oh no, I'm Yosemite Sam. Whoa! That right there is the message that everybody grasps onto. That no matter how wacky your plan is, you've got to pick yourself up, head back to your place of safety, and try again tomorrow. Courage isn't not being able to not having any fear. It's about picking yourself up and trying again tomorrow after you fail.
Yeah.
So I think those are the two strong themes for me at the center of Pinky and the Brain.
I think in general, with respect to Animaniacs, the best shows don't condescend to the audience. They presume that you guys get it, right? That's why Rocky and Bullwinkle and Looney Tunes and Fractured Fairy Tales and The Simpsons and The Flintstones, all of these shows last for generations because they believe that the audience gets it. And I think that is evidenced by the fact that we have people now, many folks who are children, if not even, not even born when those shows came out, or 8, 10, 12 years old when those shows came out, and now watch them as parents, and they get jokes now that they didn't get back then. And that was absolutely by design. Absolutely. Between Mr. Spielberg and Tom Ruegger and Gene McCurdy and the people who created the show and this incredible bastion of writers, that was absolutely by design because they knew that the audience was plenty smart enough. And the proof is in the pudding 20 years later.
Like you're getting jokes now as you rewatch it on Netflix that you never got as a kid, right?
Yeah.
We like painting naked people.
And the infamous fingerprints.
Yeah, fingerprints.
How that got by the censors, I never know.
No. Fingerprints. I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, but it's great. And I'm telling you, man, when Animaniacs showed up on Netflix, I think it was April Fool's Day, literally April 1st this year, and my Twitter feed blew up with people saying, "Is this a joke?" And April Fool's Day, I knew nothing about it. I mean, we are just actors. We don't know anything about what happens after the fact. And it was like the #1 trending topic on Facebook for 3 days.
It was really like a moment of like, no, that's not real. Oh my God! And then binge for like 3 days straight.
It was great. And to this day, here we're preaching to the choir, which is lovely because we get to do these things. And this is the best part of being involved with these shows because we get to come and meet you folks face to face. And we've also, we've literally been friends for 20 odd years.
But you're also the biggest choir I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I'd like you to say,
seen them all the time.
Hallelujah, right now. Go. Thank you.
Perfect.
See, they will do whatever I say, Pinky.
Right?
I feel like this is a lost episode of the show, like Brain takes over a comic convention.
Yeah.
This is Quest to take over the world.
But anytime people find in a social situation now, anytime somebody finds out what we do, it's pretty anonymous, but when they find out, they freak out in the most beautiful way. They, oh my God, Animaniac! Oh my God, Pinky and the Brain! It's just a thrill.
It's like having a secret identity, really, because nobody knows our faces. But we, when we go on the road and do cons all over the country, we always make sure to have dinner a couple of times. So Rob Paulson and Maurice LaMarche sit down, two totally anonymous, innocuous faces, and we order. And somewhere in the middle of the order, we change our voices. And
May I please have the cream spinach?
now, Pinky, you're watching your cholesterol. And the waiter practically drops his notepad every time.
It's the
Oh my God!
cutest goddamn thing.
You guys really are Pinky and the Brain. You're not just doing the voices; you are the voice. And they're sending over stuff for us. We get extra desserts.
It's so sweet. It is so incredibly dear. And Maurice and I talk about this all the time. Every one of you need to know that we do not take this for granted. We understand how incredibly fortunate we are and that we have this huge sort of friend base around the world that is beyond wonderful. You guys keep us fed. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, I have to say, because both of you are on social media, you probably see a lot of people always sharing, images, GIFs. I've seen a lot of Brain for President 2016.
Yeah. How about that? Put the right mouse in the White House.
We could do worse, my friend.
Look, I'm stupid and I know how screwed we are.
But that's gonna be fun, and then that's what something I've always loved
But
about.
please don't do a protest vote for Brain. Please don't waste your vote. Honest to God.
Actually vote, but cartoon characters, as far as I know, can't be presidents. Yet.
Yeah, right. Especially ones voiced by Canadian actors.
But that's what I've always loved about.
Didn't stop Ted Cruz though.
But that's what I've always loved about the characters as well, because since they were so defined, you could literally put Pinky and the Brain in any situation. They have you in present day,
Oh, yeah.
they'd have you in medieval times, they'd have you in Jeopardy, they'd have all these different situations. It's like you almost could put them in any location and it still works.
Yeah. Yeah. There is, it's funny, you made reference to a lost episode. There is an episode we recorded towards the end of the final season, but it was never animated to. Don't you remember it? It's the one that is like the conceit of it is it's in the vaults, and they find this episode called He's Mr. Pinky,
Oh, yeah.
He's Mr. Brain.
Yeah, they never did that.
And they never animated it. We recorded the voice tracks though, and it was like supposed to be. Remember these characters way back? If you watch Boomerang, Pixie and Dixie and Mr. Jinx, little bow tie wearing mice.
I hate Nisas to pieces.
That guy. So they made Pinky and the Brain, having a little bow tie. Well, one had a bow tie, one had a straight tie. And they drew them in that 60s Hanna-Barbera style. But the conceit of it was, he played Mr. Brain, and I played Mr. Pinky. So we got to switch parts for a day. And that was a lot of fun, to play each other's characters. But it never went to animation, and they decided not to go with a new season. So unfortunately, somewhere there's somewhere in somebody's vault, there's at least the tapes.
Cool.
Back when they used tape. That's how old I am.
Yeah.
I remember tape, baby.
Right.
I think Warner Brothers is going to get a lot of tweets just now.
There you go. Hashtag lost episode Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah.
And, to know that you have really been firmly cemented in pop culture, you've got the greatest honor, I personally mean, you're now Funko Pops.
I know.
Pinky and the Brain little Funko.
And they've got some here somewhere.
Yeah,
I know that we've signed
Oh
a
my
bunch
God,
of
we've
them.
been
They weren't
signing them.
supposed to drop till November, but
Well, they had a Yakko Wacko and Dot and Pinky and the Brain
And Pinky
Funko
Brain.
things, and man, those things are taking off.
yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It really is. I mean, it's pretty cool. And I've been sent clips of Jimmy Fallon when they reference Pinky and the Brain and Animaniacs.
Yeah.
And the audience always goes insane. It's pretty remarkable.
Do you think he'd have us on?
Yeah, I think he should.
I think he
You
should
guys
have
on
us
Fallon?
on.
Tweet the hell
Hashtag
out
get
of
Pinky
Jimmy
and the
Fallon
Brain
right
on Jimmy Fallon.
Well, the truth is, I swear to God, if we went into the writer's room at Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel or any of those,
Any of the
they
Jimmys.
would love those shows. They were all influenced by
Yeah,
that stuff.
absolutely.
We're going to have a lot of tweets go out today. I love
Cool,
this.
tweet away.
By the way, there's a microphone somewhere up
we have that
here, so if any of
Q&A?
you have a question, go up to it because we're gonna get a couple of audience questions. But yeah. I mean that's what's so interesting is you can see today there's just this impact that these shows had. Do you worry sometimes when you see like all these things getting rebooted and stuff like that? Sometimes people don't understand it's not just like you said, it's not just taking over the world, but it's these characters that you can't replace them in some kind of way. Like you can't have celebrity Pinky and the Brain.
Well, certainly that comes up a lot. When we
It
talk.
does come up. People ask us if there's going to be a Pinky and the Brain movie, to which I say, if there is, they probably wouldn't use us, unfortunately. Yeah, it'd probably be like, Peter Dinklage and Russell Brand, in mocap suits. That's the way it goes, because everybody just has to reinvent stuff. I mean, they didn't use any of the original Smurfs when they redid that. And, they've got to kind of like put their own indelible stamp on it. But I always say, think back to when you saw the first Transformers movie,
Oh,
when you
man.
saw it in the theaters, and Optimus Prime he doesn't open his mouth per se, but he utters his first line, and it's actually Peter Cullen, the original Optimus Prime,
Blew the audience away.
booming through the theater, and to a man, every dad around me who was a kid when the original show came on said words to the effect of, "Oh my God, they got the real guy! It's the real Optimus Prime!"
Yeah.
They love that. It's like if you're going to give us back our childhoods, give us back our whole childhood. Use the original people. So that's my
Thank you.
And I'm not saying that just because I have a house to pay for. It's an artistic statement, I promise you.
It's so true, though. I think especially in the past few days, we've noticed that voice actors make such a big part in everything we watch: cartoons, video games, so many different things.
And the thing is that when you look at the, I had the pleasure of working with Mel Blanc 2 or 3 times before he passed away, and he was 83 or 84. And Tress McNeil and Jess Harnell and myself, we do Animaniacs stuff all the time, and trust me, Tress has no problem doing Dot. She's done 600 Simpsons alone.
Right.
And
I still can do Yakko all damn day long.
And Jess has zero problem doing Wacko.
Oh no, the drop of a hat.
Yeah, so we're all utterly
keep your
capable.
hats on.
Our hope is that if they do find, stranger things have happened, man. If there are reboots coming along down the road, that we could reprise our roles. I utterly believe that the audience is there for an Animaniacs Pinky and the Brain reboot.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Well, that was so nice about with the show, both Animaniacs Pinky and the Brain, is that you guys got to play and kind of skew pop culture a little bit.
Yeah.
And like you said, because you didn't talk down the audience.
Oh my
were
God!
able to do
Can you
some very
imagine
fun
how we can
things.
screw with the Kardashians now?
Or Trump. And
my
listen,
God.
watch those episodes again, because the Clintons are all over them. So
Yeah.
they're really new again.
That's right.
Yeah,
man. You can't make me go away. I'm like an old shoe or maybe a herpes sore. I don't know. I tell you what, I've been rode hard and put up wet. I ain't going nowhere. Sorry.
Was this what the recording booth was like all the time?
Oh man, are you kidding me?
That was the show.
Totally.
We always felt there should be a show about us making the show. Because the riffs and the improvs that especially he'd go on were amazing. It was like free comedy. In fact, better than free comedy. Come in, get paid to be with the funniest people that you know.
Yeah, it's the
that are
coolest
the
thing.
undiscovered stars, and laugh your ass off for a day.
Yeah,
And get lunch.
Yeah,
They catered the lunch.
free food.
Yep.
A check.
Yep.
And you work with people whom you choose to, your best friends in the whole world who happen to be the most gifted actors.
Oh yeah, it's
And
amazing.
then 20 years later, we get to come out and hang with our friends
Yeah.
here. This is the coolest thing in the world,
Yep.
man.
This is
It's
great.
the coolest gig in the world, without question.
We are blessed. Hashtag blessed,
Yeah.
as Richard Horvitz says.
Yeah.
We are
I'm
just
stealing your line, Rich. Screw you. Hashtag blessed. Screw you.
Yeah, Horvitz is charging $3,000 for his pictures, so don't
There you
go.
go.
Kidding.
Well, we are equally as blessed to have you guys entertain us so
Thank
much.
you,
We really
buddy.
do
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. So yeah. Well, I definitely want to open the floor because we got a few minutes
Yeah,
left.
let's get a
So does
question
anyone
or
have a
two.
question? Bring it
Oh.
up. Bring it up.
Hi.
Hey, big fan since I was like 8 years old. I can't believe you guys are right here tonight.
Well, we're very
Thank you.
grateful you're here too. And
Come
you-
right in on the mic though, because we
you
really
say
can't hear you unless you're
say
right
you're
in
a
there.
big fan,
Okay.
but you look
How
pretty
about that?
normal sized.
Beautiful.
All right. So I have 2 questions. One question. Elmira, Pinky and the Brain.
Pinky Elmira in the break.
Pinky Elmira in the Brain.
Yeah.
What are your guys' thoughts on that whole scenario?
Well, it was not our call to make in terms of the concept. We had fun making it. We
Sure,
still
I mean,
laughed.
you get to work with Cree Summers. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
Bree Summer, phenomenal. We both worked with her on Tiny Toons. Had Tim Curry
Yeah.
and Jane Wheatland and
From the
Andrea
Go-Go's.
Martin to the mix.
Right.
And from our end, the studio end, we're looking down the line going, look who we get to work with. This is fantastic.
Oh yeah. I mean,
So we had a great time, but I don't know if the concept of the show worked because the chemistry of Pinky and the Brain was altered by putting a crazier character in there. So Pinky became the normal one. Pinky became the Larry Fine. He became the voice of reason instead of being the thorn in Brain's side. So I think that messed with the chemistry a little bit. It might be why I didn't quite catch
yeah,
on.
I think it's no secret that it wasn't that well received. But those decisions are not made by lowly actors. You know,
Right.
Those decisions are made by network people, and the truth is, you try to squeeze another 13 episodes out of something, and
Even in the intro of the show, it even said like the writers and the creators were like, we have no choice, but here we go.
there you go. Well, they
Yeah.
they take the piss out of themselves. You know, I mean, that's the whole part of the deal. But that's just, that's not unusual. And you get. I've worked on a number of shows that are become essentially half-hour commercials to sell action figures. But that's capitalism. It's show business. But I appreciate you at least not killing us.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's still an anomaly.
Thanks,
we
buddy.
got a few minutes, so we're gonna have to do one question per
Thanks,
person.
man.
Sorry, man.
Thank you
Thanks,
very
go.
much.
Come on up.
Anybody else want to make their way up to the mic?
There you go.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, nurse.
My question was just what was your favorite cartoon to watch?
Oh, what was your favorites to watch?
When we were kids?
Sure.
Because that's when I did the majority of my cartoon watching, and then in my adult life, I continued to watch cartoons under the guise of I'm on this. Everybody, shut up.
Yeah.
This is my show. Quiet, Mom. Quiet. I loved growing up. I loved the Flintstones. Flintstones was big for me because this was a primetime show. I didn't know that at the time, but I remember just really keying into the comic timing of Alan Reed and Mel Blanc.
Yeah.
And they weren't playing this show for children. They were playing this as though it was a sitcom,
Right.
and it was going out to adults.
Precisely what we were speaking about earlier.
Yeah.
How that works.
Yeah. So I loved the Flintstones. I guess I was kind of into my kids' show. I loved Underdog. I loved that voice. Wally Cox was so terrific. And Tennessee Tuxedo. Phineas J. Whoopi, you're the greatest. Come along, Chumley. So, and I love Bullwinkle and Rocky.
Yeah.
And Thupa Chicken.
Right.
Yeah,
All
super
of
chicken.
them.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Right, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn: when there is no one else to call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
How about that? Nice.
Yeah, but it ain't no countries of the world. I still gotta give it up to the man who can go.
All right, should we do? Okay. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic, Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Greenland, El Salvador, too, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and still, watch this, Guatemala, Bolivia, then Argentina, Ecuador, Chile, Brazil, Costa Rica, Belize, Nicaragua, Bahamas, Nevada, San Juan, Paraguay, Uruguay, Suriname, and French Guiana, Barbados, and Guam, Norway, and Sweden, and Iceland, and Finland, and Germany, and peace, I'm sorry, Switzerland, Austria, Czechoslovakia, Italy, Turkey, and Greece, Poland, Romania, Scotland, Albania, Ireland, Russia, Oman, Bulgaria, Saudi Arabia, Hungary, Cyprus, Iraq, and Iran, there's Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Kuwait, and Bahrain, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, Belgium, and Portugal, France, and Denmark, and Spain, India, Pakistan, Burma, Afghanistan, Thailand, Nepal, and Bhutan, Cambodia, Malaysia, then Bangladesh, Asia, and China, Korea, Japan, Mongolia, Laos, and Tibet, Indonesia, the Philippine Islands, Taiwan, Sri Lanka, New Guinea, Sumatra, New Zealand, and Borneo, and Vietnam, Tunisia, Morocco, Uganda, Angola, Zimbabwe, Djibouti, Botswana, Mozambique, Zambia, Swaziland, Gambia, Guinea, Algeria, Ghana. But wait, there's more. Burundi, Lesotho, and Malawi, Togo, the Spanish Sahara is gone. Nigeria, Chad, and Liberia, Egypt, Benin, Gabon, Tanzania, Somalia, Kenya, and Mali, Sierra Leone, and Algeria, Dahomey, Namibia, Senegal, Libya, Cameroon, Nova Zaire, Ethiopia, Guinea, Bissau, Madagascar, Rwanda, Myanmar, Cayman, Hong Kong, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, Yugoslavia, Crete, Mauritania, then Pennsylvania, Monaco, Liechtenstein, Malta, and Palestine, Fiji, Australia, Sudan.
Rob Paulson, ladies and gentlemen. She has carpal tunnel syndrome in both arms now. That poor woman.
God bless you. You are so special. I thought, it's really good. We've had the good fortune of having a couple of signers do this before. I think there was Salt Lake City, or there was one where I started, and she's, bless her heart, keeping up with us, and I started singing that song, and she looked like she was gonna have a seizure. Bless her heart. Geez, it's just a cartoon song. Yeah. So thank you for being such a good sport.
Well, I can't think of a better way to end the panel than with that, guys. That was amazing.
Thanks a lot, you guys.
Yes.
Come see us over at our tables.
Yeah.
Just say hi. You don't have to buy anything, but just say hi. We love you.
Yes, Rob Paulson, Maurice LaMarche, they're over on the side here with the other voice actors. Be sure to check them out.
3132.
3132.
God bless you. Yes!
Follow them on Twitter as well, at Yakko Pinky, at Maurice LaMarche. I'm at Black Nerd. Thank you guys so much. And one more time for Rob Paulson, Maurice LaMarche, Pinky and the Brain. They're Pinky and the Brain, 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 brain. Thank you so much. Oh, surprise! We got Greg Seitz on the stage.
Michelangelo and Donatello.
What's up, Donnie?
Not much, but I'll tell you what, there are a lot of hotter chicks than April O'Neil here, I'll tell you that.
I don't know about that. April's pretty hot, but these chicks are pretty cute. Let me outside, Booyakasha! Booyakasha! One more time, 1, 2, 3. That's what's up. This Stanley Comic-Con is amazing. I'm enjoying it. Thank you all.
50% of the Ninja Turtles right here, baby. Greg Sykes. Beast Boy.
Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of Stanley LA Comic Con. Thank you.